The play on the field, the courts, and the ice is just one part of sports. Behind every game are the people hard at work so we can enjoy the action. They're the owners, administrators, agents, broadcasters, and promoters who bring the games to life. Meet them when you go behind the game with Patrick Klinger and Bill Robertson. Welcome to Behind the Game. I'm Patrick Klinger. With me, as always, he's a five-tool commissioner, my co-host, my good friend, Bill Robertson.
Happy holidays to you, Patrick.
And to you as well, Bill.
Well, we have a great show for you today. Our special guest is a true Hall of Famer in every sense of the word. But more than that, he's a husband, a father, and a role model for so many people. And if you're from the upper Midwest area, you have heard of Tony Oliva, who was just recently inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame, and we're truly honored to have you today, Tony, as our guest.
Thank you, thank you. You know, it's a pleasure for me to be here. This way, the people over Midwest, they don't have to keep in suffer. They've been suffering now for a long time waiting for this beautiful day.
Well, it's a wonderful news that you received just a couple weeks ago. On behalf of Patrick and myself, we want to congratulate you. Long overdue, in our opinion, that you should have been in the Hall of Fame a long time ago. I used to sell souvenirs at the old Met Stadium and watched you play in the early 70s through the end of your career. And if there was a pure baseball hitter, it was certainly Tony Oliva. And Patrick called me a five-tool commissioner. I would call you a five-tool baseball player. So congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
We're going to get right into the questions. You waited 45 years to hear that news from the National Baseball Hall of Fame. How good was that for you to get that news? I mean, we know it was good, but to be immortalized into Cooperstown, I'm sure it meant so much to you and your family.
Well, the news was great. It was very good. I don't have enough word to explain to you how good the feeling, because I'm feeling like since I left Cuba 60 years ago, I have a chance to play this beautiful game of baseball and meet so many people, play for a lot of great ball players, teammates, and be from Minnesota Twins. All those years from first Calvin Griffith, the owner, later Polak, it's like a part of my family. And I think I feel like I don't know where to be in the Hall of Fame, because really, I think I've been in the Hall of Fame all those years. I know when they keep announcing to the Hall of Fame, I know it's only a few people who's in the Hall of Fame, and those people good ball players, good human beings. But, you know, I have a beautiful family. I live here in Minnesota. I love Minnesota. Minnesota Twins built a beautiful statue of me in front of the stadium. That was a Hall of Fame. The only difference, the people, I think they see me different because I'm in the Hall of Fame, one of the kind. But, honest, I think it's great, super great, because I like to see when they give me the news on Sunday, I like my wife, my family, a lot of my friends, they was in the house. They were so excited, so happy, they cried. They were crying, they're so happy, they've been waiting. I've been having so many phone calls from all over, not only from the United States, from Cuba, from Puerto Rico, Dominica, Mexico, all over, Venezuela. My friends, it's unbelievable, it's unbelievable. It'll make a big difference for the people being waiting answer for that moment. Right now, when I go to, suppose if I go downtown, or if I go to the store, or if I go, the people coming to me and say, Tony, congratulations, congratulations. I say, we did it, all together. I think this is a big thing for me. This is a big thing for me.
1,917 hits, 329 doubles, 220 home runs, 947 RBI, 8 straight AL All-Star Team appearances, 1964 American League Rookie of the Year, AL Batting Champion 3 times, an AL Hits Leader in 5 seasons, and a Gold Glove winner 1 season. Those are truly incredible accomplishments. What do you think kept you out of the Hall of Fame for so long?
I think, really, I think the only excuse they have against me is they say that I play a short career. But nobody, in those 8 years, I put some lot of numbers there, and nobody did it before. They have some stuff there that still is a record. So to now, it still is a stand, you know. But they say I play a short career. I get hurt in the right time. After that, I was 4 more years at the edge. I think I have enough years. So other people have a less year than me. And they don't have that number, and they're the Hall of Fame. I think you have to be lucky. You know, I don't feel bitter about, I don't feel bad, because it's out of my control. The people who bought before was the media, and I was close many, many times. I still here after 45 years because I still have enough vote to stand the balance and stay very close. Inside of me, I know that sooner or later, they go put me in the Hall of Fame. They don't can hide it no longer, you know, sooner or later. But I want to be sooner. I don't want to be after I die. After that, it's no fun, I think. Hey, it's no fun for the family. I think, you know, Rudy, Miniminos, he died a couple years ago. But he weighed, after he was 90 plus, Bob O'Neill, you know, he died, they have the opportunity many times to put them into Hall of Fame, you know, and they're not happy. You know, if you watch it, see the Hall of Fame, I see the people who's in the Hall of Fame, everybody knows the same. How many Willie Mays there, or Hank Aaron, or Mickey Mantle, you know, or Clive Brew, you know, not that many. I think it's a different level in the Hall of Fame. But the only thing I like to see is if it's the A, they treat everybody equal. When we play very hard. I play very hard. I think all those guys to play the game, they play very hard. And when we play, it was very tough. It's very tough to play in the 50s. I don't play in the 50s, from Munoz I play in the 50s. And the 60s was very tough to play. Mm-hmm. More than one way, you know. The pitcher can throw to you anytime they want it. We play different kind of baseball. We slide the bases to try to break the rubber play. If it's being a home plate, sometimes the catcher was waiting for you. Like P. Rose, you know, the catcher was waiting for you. But you was proud if you can make sure the guy missed the ball or he dropped the ball or something. This is the way we play in those days, you know. And they traveling, and everything was very tough. And for me, I tell you something, if I had to do it again, I'd do it any minute. I enjoy it every moment. But it's very, very hard. And they have to take some kind of consideration too, when the people come from different countries. You know, all those years that I play, and Munoz play, and Luis Tian play, they don't know how tough it was for us. They don't know I can have a beautiful day in the ballpark. I can got many times at a 4 hill, many times we win we win the game. I got the big hit in the right time, or I score the winner run in the right time, the 19. It's very happy, but after you get home or something, it's different. Like my first four years, I don't have no family and nothing here. And that was tough. I think all this that was saying, well, I know that. But I like right now, I know the thing, I don't understand. I don't understand at all. I in the golden era, okay? Because the keeping era. I wish that we have the opportunity to go every year to Bori. Every year to Bori. All the golden era players, they 80 years old now because they play in the 50 on the cities. If you don't make, thank your God, you don't have too much a chance.
Right.
Every year, give a chance to the people, both of the people every year. If you go enough, fine. If you don't go enough, they can eliminate you, But, everything is different. I wish I can do anything about, or they can think about, hey, let's go do it a little bit different, because it's very hard for those guys. And this is the way we feeling. Why feeling that way? Not because I'm in the Hall of Fame now, because before that I tell it's beautiful. I know you guys try very hard to give a chance to us, but every time you wait 4 or 5 years.
That's hard. So you played with the Minnesota Twins your entire career, and I did a little research, and I'm thinking about this. The players that you played with Hall of Famers, Harmon Killebrew, you played with Bert Blyleven, you played with Jim Cott. Who am I missing?
You say Rod Carew?
Rod Carew.
Yeah, Rod Carew.
And you coached Kirby Puckett, who's now in the Hall of Fame. I mean, on those teams in the 60s and 70s, did you ever believe that you'd have that many players on that one team becoming baseball Hall of Famers?
Well, I was think really like Killebrew. He hit 500 home runs. I think anybody who hit 500 home runs should be in the Hall of Fame. Yes. If you win 300 games, you should not stop. You should go and try to Hall of Fame. Rod Carew, he's 7 batting champ. I think and Blyleven. I think Blyleven. After I've been around, I see the people go to Hall of Fame. I face the pitch and said, I think Blyleven should be in the Hall of Fame a long time ago. Blyleven was one of the tough pitchers in baseball in the 70s. He pitched to the 80s, 70, 80. Blyleven was nasty. For the people who know how to face him, they understand. Well, he took out over 3,000 people. He started playing when he was 19 years old. He came into the big league for Minnesota Twins as a baby. I can say baby, was 19 years old. When those days, everybody have a nasty team because you only have 18 or 10 teams in each division. I think, when he get here, was tough, very tough to face all those guys. And I think he went 280 something games. I think, for me, I think he should be in the Hall of Fame a long time. Rod Carew, no problem. Killebrew, for 100%. I think Luis Tian is another guy who was here for a short time. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. If you compare Luis Tian's number from some of those guys who's in the Hall of Fame, it's no comparison. And Luis Tian in the 60s, in the 70s, it was nasty. Like in the 60s, he played for Cleveland, who Cleveland he got a pretty good team, but they don't score too many runs. He win 20 games from 1 city ERA. He got 9 games, he not giving no run.
Right.
I think he belongs to the Hall of Fame too. I think pretty soon, I think we will have another Minnesota Twins Hall of Fame. I think somebody who play here Minnesota Twins, he probably not go into the Hall of Fame and say Minnesota Twins, or he maybe go in, Hall of Fame for both or Cleveland because he spent more time on those teams. But I think he's a Hall of Fame too.
Tony, you came to the United States from Cuba at a time when there was great tension between the two countries. It was the time of the Bay of Pigs. It was the Cuban Missile Crisis. How difficult was it for you to be away from your family at a time when nuclear war was a real possibility?
You're right. In those days, not like today. Because today still, stuff, I don't say what. But if I want to speak with my brother or my sister, so I can pick out the phone and boom, I can talk. But before, sometimes it take me a month or two before I get in touch with my family. I try to call or try to place or call something. I tell her, I go call you next Monday. You have to give it time. I spend a whole day waiting for the call. Sometimes the phone will go through. You see, and the only chance I have to get more connection more quickly through the Western Union. And sometimes they, sign the Western Union, take a day or two, and I got to respond, and sometimes they know how to respond. It was very tough. And the first one, the Bahia Pig, the Bahia Pig was the one who saved me. I'll tell you why. I left Cuba in April, 1961, April 11. From Cuba, Mexico, because since the United States and Cuba, they don't have a relationship, we had to go through third country. We flew to Mexico. I stayed in Mexico 10 days. When I was in Mexico, there was the Bahia Pig. And April 17. I think I missed the Bahia Pig for a few days. If I stay, if a Bahia Pig catch me in Cuba, I never come to the United States. Mm-hmm. Later, I come to the United States, okay? I went to Fernandina Beach to spring training. By the time I get to spring training, there was 8 minor league teams there. Only was 2 teams left, either Pennsylvania and Fort Worth Beach, Florida. What happened? They don't have no room for everybody. But the team for Fort Worth Beach, Florida, needed all the white Cubans. They went from that team. They played the year before, and we said that they were professional already for a year or two. Here in Pennsylvania, only needed 1 guy, and they take a 1 Cuban ball player, first and very black guy. The other guys, they get released. I get released. Yeah, 2 more Cuban maybe went to Charlotte to wait there for everything be right to ship us to Cuba. But in the meantime, take a long time, 2 or 3 weeks, before they decide to bring us to the office. I said, the situation in Cuba is a little bit better, but still we not can send you guys back to Cuba. If you have some family or something, you can stay here in the United States 6 months because of the visa. I said, no, if I not can play, I want to go back home. I went home. But Ernesto Velasquez and Rigoberto Mendoza, 2 Cuban ball players who was playing for Charlotte, they speaking when the general manager and tell about me. I think they lie a little bit about me because they say, hey, I know this kid. I play with him in Cuba. He's a good ball player. He's a good guy. He want to play. I said, look, the only I want is to give me the opportunity. Because if I go to Cuba now, they are telling my friends, oh, I was there a month and a half. I don't have a chance to play. They don't believe me. They say, oh, he went there, he don't make it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But now if I come back to Cuba, I don't be able to play baseball in Cuba, I don't can do nothing, okay? That was the only thing I was worried about. But they decide, Fieldhouse decide to sign me, to keep me there, play me my expenses, and sign me to rookie league. When I was in Charlotte, there for 1 month, waiting for the rookie league to start it, I don't have no money. I don't speak no 1 word in English, nothing. 1 ball player, he gave me a piece of paper. He's from from Puerto Rico, and the piece of paper said ham eggs in the morning and fried chicken the night. I ate ham egg and fried chicken at least for 6 weeks while I was in, while I was in China. That's unbelievable. And those days, the meal money was $2.50 a day. You know, but I walk all the way to the ballpark and walk back every day to the hotel. It's 4 miles away, 4 miles away, because I had to go through the black neighborhood, the white neighborhood, black neighborhood, and white neighborhood again. Where I go to the ballpark every day. I practice running and go back and walk. You know, because if I take a bus, I get lost. I don't know how to take a bus. If I take a taxi, you know, I know it. I think, you know, but that was a lot of fun because you know, right there I meet a lot of good people, and my friend was like my big brother. They saved me.
That's interesting. I think people would like to know, you're going into the Hall of Fame with another twin, Jim Cott, who was your teammate, and another guy that had over 280, I think, wins in his career. Have you talked to Jim about going in the Hall of Fame? And at the same time, have you started writing your speech yet for the Hall of Fame?
You know, a lot of people asking me that question, if you write my speech yet. I don't know. I don't know what this. I don't know about it because hey, after 45 years, you know, really, my speech I think will be simple. You know, thank you speech.
Yes.
I think this is the way I'm feeling. I'm feeling the people being so nice to me and my family and everything, and a few people. A lot of people, you know, helping me to go through all this stuff. I like the guy I mentioned to you, the Roberto Mendoza. You know, he helped me big thing. The coaches, everything, everybody helped me to become a ball player. Because in Cuba, I play baseball a little bit. I play every Sunday in Cuba. I practice with my brothers, throw me some a concap. I throw me in this thing and get to the wall there because I want to sharpen my hitting to be ready for Sunday. I don't have a chance to catch too many ground ball, fly ball. This is the reason I'm so proud of my Golden Glove because when I sign, I have hard time to catch a ground ball or fly ball. People used to hit the fly ball to me. I never play night game. The ball go high, I say, I got it. The ball about 20 minutes. Do you remember Frank Pulis?
That's the way I played outfield.
Frank Pulis played with me in the same club in the rugby league. And Frank Pulis he know what's going to happen. He keep it running. Woo. And ground ball, I don't know. I sit down the ground ball was going through my leg. But for the second years, I remember I improved 100%, and for the third year, I improved 500%. You know, I catch so many ground balls and fly balls. The good thing is I want myself, I want to improve, I want to be good. I want the challenge. When I play right field, it's a minute second, I want the guy to hit the ball to me. I want them to hit the ball to me. I want to be able to make the play, home play, or second base, or third base. You know, it was so funny, you know, I loved when I played right field. When I get hurt in 71, the most thing I miss is not be able to play in the outfield. Because it's a lot of fun when you play in the outfield, you high ground, and you charge the ball, and you see the guy, they don't go from first to third. They go from first to second, and they look at home play. I see people now, you know, they go, you know, score like nothing. You hit a bullet to left field, and the guy score like nothing from second base or something like that now. You know, I want them to try to do that to me. If I get hurt, I miss that. I miss that a lot.
Tony, we're down to our last 2 minutes. It's been a quick conversation.
Yeah, I was the only one was talking.
Yeah, that's why you're on the show. Nobody wants to listen to us. They came to listen to you.
Absolutely.
As great a baseball player as you were, you're probably even a greater ambassador for the Minnesota Twins. I think that there's no one in the history of the Twins organization who's ever represented the organization with more class and more dignity than you have. I've never seen you turn down an autograph. I've never seen you turn down a photo, anybody. How does it feel to know that you've impacted so many people in this area in such a positive way?
You know something? I'm feeling great because right now, you know, I know more now that the people coming to me and congratulating me and all these things. And sometimes the ball game, like last year, this guy was there next to me, sit down and put his wallet and show to me the wallet and show his speech he take over to me in 1972. He was a little baby, you know, 1972, and you know, and last year I said, man, he still have it. You remember Loro Pri?
Yes.
Yeah,
When
sure.
Loro Pri in 1965, he was in a ball game here in Minnesota. And I scored a double play ball. I scored from second and get to Baltimore. And Nasser beat the first base, beat the throw. I scored the winning run. And we went and win the pennant. He still got the stuff for 1965 game in his pocket. Every time I see Doloro, he said he put his wallet and showed to me. You know, I feel very, very, very good about that. I was able to make the people happy. You know, this is a name, making people happy. You know.
You've done that.
Absolutely.
You've done that. Tony, thank you so very much. Bill, thank you. Tony, you're a true Hall of Famer on the field and off the field.
Oh, thank you,
It's
guys.
a privilege
Thank
to
you,
have
guys.
you on
Thank you.
Behind the
Congratulations.
Game. Terrific. Thanks so much. Thank you for watching Behind the Game, and we'll see you again next month.